Hello, I'm Corrine Green of the firm Zapula and Green. Jennifer Zapula and I will be presenting our marketing plan recommendations to help the Cora J. Belden Library thrive. We want to thank the Cora J. Belden Library Director, Mary Hogan, for inviting us to present our marketing plan to key staff members and the library board. As a small-town public library, CJBL's mission is to support the residents and businesses of Rocky Hill. At Zapula and Green, we have one simple mission: to help you achieve yours. Our first step was to conduct an environmental analysis. The data we gathered will help you capitalize on your strengths, overcome your weaknesses, make the most of your opportunities, and neutralize your threats. More information on our analysis can be found in the marketing plan you've received, and so we'll just briefly highlight them here. Among the top of your strengths, we've identified CJBL's strong customer service skills, the award-winning creative endeavors of the staff, and recognize the support of the director. In addition, CJBL has a solid patron base. However, due to a low social media presence and the lack of an intentional and deliberate marketing campaign, many current and potential patrons are still unaware of the abundant services, programs, and resources you provide. Our analysis has identified this as your most significant weakness. When information is not communicated through the best media channels and to the people who would benefit most, you'll run the risk of those hard-earned resources becoming dust collectors and well-thought-out programs being poorly attended. As we move on to your opportunities, you'll find that there are many untapped ways to engage with other organizations within the community, some of which have cropped up due to Rocky Hill's growing population. And remember that solid patron base we touched on earlier? Well, with increased engagement, that base, these organizations, and future customers can all be turned into library advocates. Let's briefly touch on your threats. The biggest of these come in two forms: entertainment and resources vying for patrons' attention, and competition for funding, namely the completed state-of-the-art senior and community center that has a large programming budget. These threats may seem insurmountable, but there are ways of neutralizing them and turning them to your advantage. As a public library, the answer to the question, who are we trying to reach, is everyone. But how you're going to reach them and where you're going to reach them are nearly as important as the programs, services, and resources you share. Part of the challenge is to reach out to each market segment using their preferred channels of communication and social platforms. According to the 2020 U.S. Census, Rocky Hill is growing and diversifying. To gain a better understanding of the residents of Rocky Hill, we analyzed CJBL's market segmentation for both demographic and behavioral data so that as the town evolves, the library will continue to evolve and find ways to convey to the residents that CJBL is here to serve the entire community. You can accomplish this by constantly adapting, implementing new technologies, and expanding the diversity of your collection and programming to reflect the changes around you. Rocky Hill's population has grown by 16%, primarily due to the increase of South Asian families. The patronage of these families makes up the bulk of users and participants of CJBL's Children's Department offerings. CJBL should continue providing excellent programming and services for the children, but can also look to increase adult offerings the parents would enjoy. Families with children make up 17% of the households in Rocky Hill. That means a whopping 83% of households would potentially use services outside of the Children's Department. CJBL can also reach out to segments of the community who have not historically been regular visitors to the library. Of those households, we've identified these segments as potentially untapped or underserved: adult males, millennials, Gen Zers, and unicorns. Programs that speak to these segments can be as varied as DIY home improvement, navigating new home ownership, and pub-style trivia nights. Other engaging programs and services should be explored and offered. As for programs for unicorns, we're still working on that. I would now like to introduce my marketing partner, Jennifer Zapula, who will continue with this presentation.
Thanks, Corrine. I'll take us through the next part of our presentation. I'll begin with market research. We need to determine what we do, why we do it, who we do it for, and how. The library already collects primary or external data and secondary or internal data regularly in order to evaluate its performance, and we recommend using more of it. We need to solicit community members to participate in focus groups and listen to their opinions. We should be surveying our program attendees on a more regular basis and speaking directly to our visitors about their wants and needs. The library's Friends group could help with this by speaking with the community at wide-scale outreach events. We will use what we call a marketing mix to build our plan for the library. This is a combination of factors that we will control with the overall goal of getting more people to use our library services. These factors include what we call the 5 Ps: product, or what goods and services we offer; place, where we offer our services, including our building and online presence; price, the costs we incur, including staff time, for providing our services. Although our services are free, patrons spend time and energy coming to the library, so we need to ensure that they have a favorable experience at every visit. How we let the community know what we offer depends on our promotional strategy. We'll use a variety of tactics, which we will discuss later on, including increased community involvement. Our library has a solid reputation in town, and our customers are loyal. Years of excellent customer service and community partnerships have positioned us as an asset to our community. This marketing plan will solidify the Cora J. Belden Library's place as a vital resource in its diverse community. We aligned the goals and objectives with the library's mission statement to provide all visitors access to a variety of products and services designed to enhance their quality of life. The library can strengthen its profile in the community through new outreach efforts with local businesses, civic organizations, and other partners. By reaching beyond the library walls, we can connect with new members in the community through outreach events. The library will also use a variety of publicity, promotion, and public relations tools to attract new users. The library will continue to strengthen the diversity of its print and digital collection, including promoting representation on our website, our printed advertising materials, and in our digital newsletter. Cora J. Belden Library will develop new ways to showcase emerging technologies to our community, both inside and outside the library. We love our displays, but we need more of them. The library will create more eye-catching displays to promote our physical collection and digital offerings. We'll design more videos and creative posts for our social media accounts and rely on staff to directly sell the collection to our patrons. We will use a mix of traditional and social media promotional tactics to grow our audience. We need more newspaper publicity and public access TV exposure, with an emphasis on the personal stories of the library's impact on our patrons' lives. New displays in the community spaces, including a story walk in the town parks and a billboard at the field for local sporting events, are also recommended. We need to train staff in Reader's Advisory so they can develop best practices for suggesting books to patrons and increasing circulation through personal recommendations. We need to find influencers who will help share our content on social media. We can look to our volunteers and our community partners for assistance with this. Now that we've laid out our plan, let's talk about the cost. Our marketing plan does not add any expenses to the library's operational budget. The largest component of the marketing budget is the salary expense of a new hire. We recommend replacing the unfilled library staff position with a dedicated marketing professional to help with managing our social media accounts, implementing other aspects of the plan, and freeing up staff for other pursuits. The library's Friends group will also provide funding for additional materials needed for promotion and publicity and program expenses that are not covered by the town. The marketing plan is designed to promote the mission of the Cora J. Belden Library and increase its visibility within the community. We must determine which programs and services our regular patrons want from us, meet their needs through excellent service, and attract new customers to our library. We will evaluate our marketing plan's success by gathering internal data on patron behavior and external data on their satisfaction. In order to gauge effectiveness, we will analyze circulation and attendance statistics for the 3 months prior to the adoption of the marketing plan and compare them to 3 months following the completion of the marketing plan. We will conduct after-action reviews with staff after new programs we've implemented and collect data directly from our patrons to assess their overall satisfaction. Corinne and I have enjoyed building this marketing plan for the library, and we look forward to working with you. We thank you for your time.